Meetle. It is Winters Samhuinn here in the Southern Hemisphere. And morning in Ducklife, huh? But Bella over here has been honking because she's trying to find a spot to lay an egg amongst the wormwood. Hey baby! What are you doing, Bella? Bella, Bella. Bella donna. What are you doing, honey? Where's an airplane? Oh, my big snowball. So she started laying again. All the girls stopped laying for a while there because of the feather molt. But she's got all her feathers back now, so the hard molt that they do in autumn. But all her feathers are back now, so she's back to laying. But I wanted to capture the honking. It's quite loud when they're honking, when they're having an egg. Just looking, my curry plant. Oh, I don't know if I want to walk out of my slippers. But I also want to quickly do a recording on my chooks here, so I'll include it in this. Oh, honey, I don't want you digging up the rose bush. Both of my hens, Buffy and Brigid, they've been losing feathers, and I don't know if it's just a continuation of their molt. You know what I mean? I mean, in winter, chooks go pretty lethargic and they stop laying the eggs, and so I don't know if it's part of all that. But these are the fruits of the bay laurel. Come on, focus. Looks like I've got the zoom on and I've come up close. I'm going to pick them off today because they're starting to split. And I've got some curls going on this bay laurel which I cultivated from the previous that I want to get on top of. But I'll take these fruits off. So this is what the fruits of the bay laurel looks like. It's funny because when my ravens make that noise, it's actually no, they do the call noise like a wak wak. Some of my girls ducks do that noise as well, and sometimes I'm wondering like who's copying who, because they tend to be trying to match each other's tone and volume with a wak wak. Because I've got some old eggs in there. Sometimes if I find eggs randomly in the garden, I don't use them because you don't know how long they've been there for. But I literally put them in the garden as charms. I leave them in the garden for the she and nature spirits and the corvids that come along and decide to have a peck and a bit of grub. Hey! Oh, puppies. Tiggy Winkle! Siggy, you've got the cutest little round face. Look at Siggy's face. She's also the rock eater. Oh, Siggy. Siggy, Siggy, Siggy. Wag your tail. She's a little bit of a black spot on her neck, the back. But yeah, she likes to eat rocks. One day she actually split her beak. Oh God. There's like blood everywhere. Bella, Bella. Oh, Bella, Bella. I love the whimpers. So she does the cute whimpers, and then she has a loud honk when she's getting sassy or laying an egg. But yeah, I was wanting to capture the sound of her trying to lay an egg, which is loud, just in case people are wondering about silver appleyards if they're noisy. They're not noisy, like they don't quack and chat consistently. They whimper, but then when they do a loud noise, it's the laying of the egg, or I'm a sassy pants, and it's like an announcing honk, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely going to dust both my girls, the hens now. I don't mind them coming out this spot. There's not a lot of things for them to rip up too much, and it's pretty secured off. Because remember, I'm going to redo a new house. This has been slowly falling apart. It's lasted literally 2 winters. It's not going to last this midwinter. No way. So I'm very keen to get that. But I've got 2 more batches of hardware cloth to get. another 20 metres and 20, so 2 lots of 20 or 40 metres. And that will be enough to finish the roofing aspect of the duck run and the entire run of the chooks, which will then leave me also with some leftover. I'm also getting tin sheeting for the new tin sheeting. I'm just using old bits of scrap metal up there temporarily. Sorry, the ravens. Yeah, so when that's done, then I can put my mind to, and it'll be close to end of June by then. And I'm also getting a second computer to go into the apothecary. I've already got a spare monitor which goes vertical, which is what I want, because I'm creating a digital grimoire. So I'm putting everything that I use in my craft into a digital format as well. And then intermittently I'm just going to get it printed as well. So that'll be cool. But anyway, yeah. I know, it's weird. Like, if I had all the money to do it all right now, I wouldn't be able to bloody do it anyway, because it's just a time. So a lot of people that think, oh, kind of a tangent here, but oh, my poor little Buffy, she's like a third of her feathers, and Brigid as well. But I definitely need to give their feet some tending to, an oil up and a scrub, and I need to definitely give Buffy's nails a trim. But they've been looking pretty poorly for the past few days. They've really perked up this morning, but towards the afternoon, like lacking colour and all that sort of thing. But, you know, I'm not going to lie, it's been really difficult with the new birds having the health issues that I've had with them that I didn't anticipate. You know, I already spend a lot of time on my birds every day. So it's been difficult to manage that, and then also myself and the chooks, and, you know, it's been hard, but what do you do? It's funny because at night I go to bed and I try and get more work done in bed, and, you know, an hour goes past and I'm just looking at my crochet hook. Nothing's been stitched. I'm like, well, we just go to bed. You just keep pushing on. Mr. Frigg, oh, puppy, bella, bella, bella. They love the fountain. Is that all for you, Fenr? My little fan. It's actually solar powered, but the solar doesn't work anymore, so I just cut it off. I might get another two to replace this was at the front, but also to have one that's running water as well, because they're just going to love that. Oh, imagine ducks with a constant waterfall fountain. They're just going to be beside themselves. So, yeah, I would like to have another two. Speaking of multiples of things, my little setup there where I've got my tables and chairs and the armchair, I wouldn't mind a second armchair to go on the opposite side, even it out. And that will be like good 6-person seating sort of thing. Also want to give it some Rust-Oleum paint job. I'm going to paint it white again. I don't mind the white in contrast with all the tones I have in the yard. Who's that, Tiggy Winkle? Tiggy's looking at the chooks. Who is there? Oh, my poor boy. Who's that, Tiggy? Oh, who is there? So I have the faces all cut up to size. I've just got to pin them. I've had a few windy days, so I haven't really been able to do it, but today I'll get the faces done at least, and then the next batch of hardware cloth I'm going to be able to, let's get the zoom off, I'll be able to do the roofing, which will include these slanted planes on each side. Oh, my little Siggy, look at your freckles. Look at your freckles. You're a cutie. Siggy, Siggy, Siggy. Anyone wondering, she's a Rouen, so she's a Frenchie. And actually, Fawn and Freya here, their Rowan's also cross Peking. And their brother is Frigg, who just looks like a pure Peking, but he doesn't actually look like a pure Peking. He looks like a Peking. He's just over there, out of shot. But, it's funny. They're siblings, but Frigg looks completely different. But she's definitely filled out and put on some size, which I'm so happy about. Freya, she had this whole ordeal with the feathers for a while. And last of all, I'm going to be worming my ducks today. Hey, puppy. Yeah, especially the newbies. There's quite a few worms. I might do a post dedicated just to worms, duck worming and chook worming. There's even a worm they can get in the prop, which can have them panting and gasping for air. I'll do a recording on that, and I'll throw down the binomial names in Latin as well. And I'll put it in the description aspect of the vlog. Hello, Freya. Oh, you having fun there, Fenr? Fan. Bop, 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 bop. My boy. Oh, look at you. Oh, such a goodie. Oh, he's such a dude. I want to get a recording of them in the morning. The girls are all out. And then I let Frigg out. And it's like he's a rock star. So she's actually inviting him to jump on her. She's got her neck slightly stretched forward. She's dropped her body, and that's the call sound. And the ducks tend to go ooga booga, like ooga booga, ooga booga. It's okay, don't be shy. And that's how they. So we like this. And apparently that's successful for Frigg, as you can tell from his excitement. And you heard the whistle. Tiggy, you going for a go as well? She so runs like a magpie. Oh, Mr. Frigg, you're such a dude. But yeah, I want to get a recording of the morning, because as soon as he's out, all the girls are flocked to him like he's a rock star, and they're just following him everywhere. It's just so funny. Hello, my girls. Aww. Yeah, so Brigid has definitely got a bit of a light colour on her comb. One of her legs is healed up nicely, though. She had really bad swollen feet. Because we had raised scales at one point with mites. The problem is rodents and the sparrows go in here, and they've been vectors for spreading things. And I caught a fucking cat in here one night. It dug in. The neighbour behind me is feral. She literally gets her kids to go door to door asking for shit, and then she'll pretend she's adopted a new kid, like she's taken in some stray young person, and she gets them to do the same thing. And then they also have cats, and then they just let them breed and they sell the kittens off. And they're all malnourished, all sickly. And yeah, I've told the council about it. They've known for over 2 years. They do shit, fuck all. And I keep getting their kittens and cats coming over and spraying, and it's just, I have to turf my soil anytime it's defecated. And then I can smell the boy shit, the boy piss over there in that corner. But I just can't deal with it all right now. I've just got to finish doing this. And when I've got the hardware cloth in there all the way through, including the skirts of the rungs, nothing will be getting in there. No rodent, no sparrow, no cat. And then I can, start working on the rest. Long term, I definitely want to do electric wiring and make this place so it's like a fort. Nothing's going to fucking get in here. Unless it's flying in, like the birds. Hello, sweetie. But, hens do lack a little bit of energy in the winter. But, they're a bit poorly. So they'll be getting some special treats today. I'm making them an iron cake, which basically is lots of molasses and oats and a cookie, or cookie ball. And the thing is, the molasses has iron. If there's mites or something going on and your hens are looking anemic, usually they're anemic because there's things going on in the background that you can't see. You need to fix up their iron levels, so that's how I do it. You can buy iron supplements and give it to them. But I just give them what I have, as I'm vegan, but not because I'm turning them vegan. They're not vegan. chickens and ducks, they're not even vegetarian, so don't try to make them vegetarian or vegan. If my thing is, if I don't have to cause harm elsewhere to do something, then I don't do it. The non-hair mine is actually better in this scenario, because I've heard and seen people go, oh, just give raw meat. I'm like, you do realise it's a vector for worms, so you sort of like, shooting yourself in the foot to save your face sort of thing. It's just like, why? So at least with the non-HAM, the non-blood sources of iron, you're not adding to the problem with, adding another vector for worms in the mix. This is why a lot of people are riddled with worms, is because of their meat-eating diets. And you should see the autopsies. Woo-wee! I also wonder if I haven't cleaned up in the morning yet. So in the morning, it's pretty much chaos, with ducks going outside, having their bath in the morning. Hello, puppies! Oh, Sunna, my little Flint. Oh, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. You're being cute now, aren't you? Yeah, he drops his crop and head and bobs up and down to the ground. And it's not the I'm a funky, wanting funky time head bob like ducks do. He's literally being cute now. The waggy tail. Sunna. I really want to say that this morning, I think, it's okay, puppy, it's me in the chair. I really wanted to say that this morning it looked like Miss Fox, no scratching the carpet, that kitty cat, Catherine here, was actually walking a slightly bit better. So like her step was shortened. And that even Sunna swelling looked to be a little bit down. It's still majorly swollen the hog, but looked like it's a bit less. So I don't know. We'll keep doing what we're doing. I can't go to the vet anytime soon to get anti-inflams or painkillers, but we'll keep with the bi-daily baths and the massage afterwards and the strapping during the day for both. And they will be wormed. So back to the worming. I'll do a post dedicated to worming, but basically I'm giving them each a peppercorn hidden inside a pasta tube, and also a crushed pumpkin seed hidden inside a pasta tube. They're all getting one each today. That's how I worm. I suspect that kitty cat Catherine needs to be wormed, because she's been panting and stretching her neck out, and it's not because she's hot. Like, it could be that it's her way of getting down the heat. Oh, honey, your legs. Oh, my poor puppy. Their legs are so weak compared to where they should be. I don't know, the breeder's like, oh, I supplement them. I'm like, I don't know, man. This is... I mean, you've seen my 3 that I've brought up since, little tiny thing, little nuggets. And they're strong. Like, even Freya, with all the health issues she had with the wing feathers, she's been very strong and robust and has pulled through so many things, like gouging her cheek out and all that sort of thing. But, even at this age, they weren't this weak. There's no way that the breeder's been supplementing or giving them what they need. Unless genetically they're just not where they should be. I don't know. But we are where we are, so there's no point going over that. Worming, I recommend worming at least every 6 months. The same thing with the chooks as well. Yo, honey. And then also this morning, I think we figured out how to get Flint out of the bathtub here without absolute raucous. He still showers me and the entire wall with water. But I'm now holding my forearms out and he jumps onto my forearms. I'm kidding you not. But ass backwards. I'm like... We're working on our trust still. We're getting there. Every now and again he's taken a noodle out of my hand, but not 100%. kitty cat's all gone. She's fully, the trust is fully there, and she's like, yeah, all good. But he's being a dude. But I also think he's to me, I grew up with horses. To me, he's acting like he's experienced trauma. He despite his size and everything, it feels like he's experienced trauma somehow, somewhere, and we're working through that. But he's definitely getting better and better each day. But anyway, I'm going to get some fresh water for these lovelies, then continue cleaning out the other 2 boxes, and then putting some fresh sawdust and hay in each, and then sweep up the floor. But I want to give these guys some fresh water in their box and some food. And they had a bit of a nibble in the bathtub, some noodles, but I want to give them some food. Hey, some pellets. I also get some shells. Oh, and that's another thing. I've also noticed that when I've put my fine grit into the bedding, that kitty cat there, Catherine, she's just going for it big time. So maybe she didn't have enough access to calcium and grits where she was, but she's fully chowing it down. So if there are crops get impacted, so this is like the chest to throat area, this is where the food sits. If they don't have stones or grits and dirt, they can't digest that, and it can get impacted. So this is why it's important for them to have grits and stones and rocks and things like that to munch on. Now Siggy takes it to the extreme, and she cracked her beak because of it. All healed now and everything, but she almost tore off the nib of her beak. Though she was pretty severe, my poor puppy. Yeah, but that's another thing. So she's much better. The panting can also come from being stressed and overheated. But the fact that no one else is panting and it's just her, maybe her temperature's up already because she's also injured still. Yeah, because when you're injured or you're feeling poorly, your temperature goes up. So that could also be panting because she's not 100%, and not just because of the injury. The injury could be increasing body temperature, but she could also have an issue. She could have worms in the crop. There's a specific worm that sits inside the crop. So you can imagine if your crop's impacted, or if you have worms there, it sort of closes the airways a little bit. So anyway, we'll be worming today, everybody, and I'm actually going to do a worming once a week for the next few weeks. I'm using a natural method, but yeah, I still go hard on it when I do it. So for 4 weeks, once a week, I'm just going to give them all a peppercorn and a crushed pumpkin seed hidden inside a pen pasta tube each. And goes to say, I have a diary, an A5 diary dedicated just for the care and health of my birds and my animals in general, including my aquariums. I record things such as health events and actions I've taken and results, even water parameters of the tanks and things like that. And also if I have to go to the vet or anything, I've got everything documented and dated because it's in a diary. So if you're not doing that and you have birds or animals in your care, I recommend having an A5 diary dedicated just for your animal husbandry and care. It's a good way to keep things separate and not forget and be on the ball and be informed, and also have important dates and events recorded that you can refer to, which always impacts future care or treatment, especially when it comes to patterns. You're better to establish patterns also, especially in regards to seasonal. But anyway, that's enough from me. I need to finish drinking my herbal tea, give these guys some water and food, and then finish doing this for the morning. Yeah, and then I can pay some attention to me, have some breakfast. It's like 9:30 a.m. And it's probably me 11:30 by the time I have breakfast. It'll be breakfast lunch. Then I can have some breakfast and start getting some work done myself after I have a shower. Blessed be Mary Punch, and I hope you're doing well. And if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, I hope you're having a wonderful Boltoner. Nice summer start. Winter down here, but we've been afforded some nice, still not cold days, which I appreciate because I need to get a lot of shit done. I'm not on time for my winter check off list, that's for sure. Blessed be and Mary Punch. Yeah, say goodbye, Mr. Flint. Wag wag. He's got a waggy tail. Oh, waggy tail. Waggy tail. Do, 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 do. Oh, you're grooming. Is that your pretty boy? Yeah. Mr. Flint Fireforge. Waggy, waggy tail. Diggity doo doo doo. Sunna. Oh, my poor girl. Yeah, I'll go get you some water. Okay, let's stop yabbering.